Hey Harmonizers, welcome to this video with Aoife. I'm going to share with you guys a bit of an update of her. This is a super cute moment because she's gotten so comfortable with me and trusting other people that she's even letting my 3-year-old daughter pet and cuddle her. And then this is some kids during our summer camp that really wanted to try petting Aoife because I'd already worked with my own children with Aoife and she was doing so well. I let them try doing some grooming with her, and we started with just one at a time and making sure that everything stayed safe. And of course, Aoife has the ability that if she feels overwhelmed, she can go ahead and walk forward and come over to me, or even leave if she wanted to. And that's just a bit of a safety feature to make sure that she's not trapped between the cross ties and wiggling back and forth or something like that. But you can see she's enjoying having all the kids grooming her, and she gets to enjoy a little bit of a snack while she's there, just eating her grain and enjoying all of the cuddles and attention. And you can see she's really starting to look like just a domestic horse, which is super exciting and fantastic because I often find that Mustangs can really get attached to me or get attached to the one person they're working with. And then it does take a little bit of time and transition for them to start to trust other people and be comfortable with them just as much. So it's a pretty neat thing to see. And then here is some groundwork with Aoife while there's other riding going on in the arena. So it's more busy in the arena. There's lots of stuff going on, lots of people around. And so it adds that little element of distractions and just kind of things going on. Like there you can see somebody's getting one of the poops in the arena. And so that means there's somebody kind of, right there behind your bum there, Aoife, as you turn around and things like that. So it's great to take advantage of these moments when lessons and things are going on in the farm, and then that way when she's ready, so that way I can test her a little bit to see, okay, can you still focus on me even though all this other stuff is happening? And then here you get to see a little bit of how she's doing with what I call the ABCs, so the different ways that we can ask a horse to move their different body parts. So we had like backing up and moving the hip, we have moving the shoulder. Here I'm getting the sideways going, and you can see at this point in her training, the sideways is still a bit sticky, like it's a bit slow, it's not super smooth yet, and it's just a bit of a process for asking them to learn the new skill. And so I try to be really clear in my body language about how I'm directing her over, where I'm pressing with my hand, really moving myself in that direction and only moving in that direction where I want to go sideways. So that way I can help her understand. I'm looking to get kind of the front and the back legs to go at the same time. And then, of course, a little cookie for some motivation there to make sure she knows she did the thing correctly, and that's what I'm looking for her to do and for her to try, and keeps her really motivated to wanting to learn and wanting to try different things, not getting overwhelmed in the process. So here, moving her shoulders the other way, you can see she's stepping backwards a little bit, not stepping quite over. So I'm trying to figure out how can I be super clear with her, because different things work with horses depending on how they are, who they are. Some horses, it works well to touch them on the shoulder or reach a little further back, which is what I was trying here. Some horses, it works to really tip their nose away from you. And there, when she just gave me the tiniest little baby step of what I was looking for, I offer that reward because I don't want to expect her to give me a full circle or even a half circle at this point of doing the haunch turn properly. If I can just get one step the way that I'm looking for it in the right direction and can reward her for that, then if I keep working at that, giving the cookie at the right time, then I can get something like this, where now we got a quarter turn, 3 nice full steps with her doing a pivot and crossing those front legs, starting to really figure that out and offer that cookie reward again, because it just keeps her realizing, oh, okay, like I'm getting it. This is what she's looking for. She starts to put those little pieces together. And then here is that sideways going in this other direction here. So this is sideways to the left, asking her to move over. So again, I'm looking for the front legs and the back legs to kind of go roughly at the same time if possible, and kind of straight-ish, and then offering her a reward. And you can see there's lots of other stuff going on in this moment as well, because I'm touching her body. And so one day we hope to get her to be a riding horse, and this also lets her learn where those leg cues would be, so she can learn all of those pieces. And then this is the trot work. So getting her to trot behind me has been really easy because that is something that I taught her to do at Liberty when we were out in the pens, and I was just gentling her. She was able to trot and even canter with me out there. It's different being in an arena, so now she's on a rope, and so she's starting off quite far behind me, and I need to work on closing that gap so she can actually start to trot beside me. So at the walk, we've worked on that, and she can walk beside me. And so now you can see, like, I'm trying to guide her up closer to me, and she gets pretty close. She started to tip to the wrong side of my shoulder there, so I just kind of correct her to guide her over, and just trying to build up her confidence so she can end up beside me is the goal there. But starting where she's comfortable and then just slowly bringing her up and trying to get those moments. Lots of fun. And then here, switching it up, going into the little L-shaped poles, steering her through the different things. Going to head over to that bridge there. She's great at doing the bridges and different obstacles, so no problems going over there. She kind of looks and just goes on and is comfortable standing on the bridge, which is great. So all the obstacle practice that we had done is really kind of paid forward with her confidence there. And that part's a piece of cake. So I'm always switching up the training a little bit, sometimes doing ABCs. Here I'm doing a little bit of head down, just asking her to lower her head, which is just another good cue for them to learn. But it's also a way to help with relaxation too, because if your horse's head is a little bit lower, sometimes you can help get them off of adrenaline or some stress. And so it can be a real relaxing target cue for them. So here I'm doing head down and walking in a little circle there, which can be really soothing and relaxing, but also asks for her focus a little bit on me and not paying attention to everything else in the arena. So there's lots of switching up, even though this whole session was probably somewhere between 15 and 20 minutes long. I don't fixate on one particular task for too long. As she starts to get it a little bit better, I reward her and then we just move on to the next thing. Because if we drill horses, it's kind of the same with people. Like if you were expected to just, say the alphabet over and over and over and over and not move on to learning your colors or your numbers or something else while you're in school, you could just find it really boring, and then that can sometimes cause you to want to act out because it's just not interesting anymore. And all horses and people are different. Some people and horses can repeat something many, 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 many times, but a lot of us need a little bit of variety, and it helps us feel confident going into it the next time. So here we finish up our session. Really happy with that. Lots of little things that we worked on. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and thanks for being here.
Remember to subscribe and check out harmonyhorsemanship.com for even more learning.